Hey, it's Fertility Queen. I'm back with another Q&A. This one comes from Emily. Hello, I stumbled upon your YouTube videos about bovine ovary and I watched all of them. I have been taking Bountiful breasts for over 2 months, but I have not had any results. Do you think that your tonic will work better? Thanks. Well, let me get you guys a little closer here. This crazy video distortion I'm not a fan of, but I don't know, maybe I need to do whatever. Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit. Alright, so 2 months isn't a long time if you think about it. You're still probably trying to figure out your dose. Some people are going to actually need more, even in the capsule form. You're taking Bountiful breasts, so you have to remember these are coming from animals. So animal glands, like any living thing, right? So if we're thinking plants, animals, they're going to vary from season to season. Some are going to have more, I would say, phytonutrients than other batches. That's just with supplements, period. So Bountiful breast is not going to be any different. So we're trying to think of time of the year, all these cow ovaries blended together, and hopefully it's a good balance of hormones. So I don't think it's going to be anything to do with the substance in the Bountiful breast, like actual ovary, like the chemicals in the ovary, as much as it is the time that you're actually giving the product to work. So I'm going to say 2 months is just way too short. You're still trying to figure out your dose. You probably haven't done a panel, I'm assuming. So if you've done a hormone panel, then you're probably going to need more supplements. Maybe not. Not everybody does. But I'm just going to tell you, if you haven't done your hormone panel, this is going to be a needle in the haystack approach. So my recommendation is get a blood spot, get a saliva, get whatever you can, get a referral to go see an endocrinologist. Do what you can to get your full panel done. And I've mentioned this before, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, try your adrenal hormones as well, prolactin levels. It's a really important one a lot of people miss. And I like to do HGH just to figure out like where I'm at as far as like how much human growth hormone I'm producing at the time. So if you're questioning about, let's say, like your thyroid or pituitary function, I don't know what they have as far as the pituitary other than like the human growth hormone output, but I'm sure there's probably more in-depth tests for the pituitary. But as far as thyroid, if you think maybe you're having something going on with your thyroid, I would definitely, I'd just say test your TSH and your uptake of T3. Maybe even the TPO antibodies. I was actually shocked to find out that I had Hashimoto's antibodies. You know, I was just hoping it was just a slow thyroid, but then when I took the TPO, I did find out that I had high antibody count. So you never know. You'll end up finding out a lot about your endocrinology just by taking some tests, hormonal tests. It's worth it. You're going to spend $200-300, but it's so worth it. Yeah, 2 months is just not long enough. You got to look at your weight. You got to look at how your liver is absorbing these things. I mean, these are pills. These are capsules. You know, your body has to be able to absorb every single thing. So with that in mind, do I think my tonic will work better? I think it will work better, but at the same time, there's no reason why you can't have success with pills. It's just you might have to take more. That's the thing. For me, it wasn't so much a question about how much I was absorbing. I knew I had bad absorption. So if you're healthy, if you're not going through menopause, if you don't have a lot of these issues, health issues, then maybe your absorption is okay. You might want to up your dose and then maybe add the protein. It's extremely important. Like I said, you got to have the protein. So if you don't have the added protein, you're going to be a really slow grower if you're going to grow. So I would say hormone panel first. Based on your results, think about other supplements that you might need to help support so that this can work better. It's all synergistic, and definitely get a good animal protein source. I'm against the vegan. It just does not work. I mean, it might work for like 2% of people, but from what I've been seeing with other clients, just other ladies that I've been talking to, it's just not as effective. So it's like vitamin D2, vitamin D3. You want to go with the vitamin D3. It just works better. So just make sure at the very least you figure out your dose, give it 6 months, and have a protein source or amino acid, supplement, and give it time. I like actually the idea of combining the tonic with the pills. I used to do that when on the days that I knew I needed to push back on my tonic. It was just way too strong. I mean, after 9 months and then some, like as I'm taking it through the next following year, like it was so strong. I had to have these days where I needed just a BB pill, or an ultra breast pill, and then I would have maybe 7 drops of the tonic or 10 drops of the tonic, or sometimes I would just skip the tonic altogether and just replace it with the pill, and sometimes I would just skip the pills and the tonic. So the tonic works better, yes, but it doesn't mean the pills can't work for you. It's just, it might take longer, you might have to adjust your dose, you might have to take more pills. So you got to look at a lot of little things. But yes, Bountiful Breast, I believe, is a really good product. As far as my experience taking it, I didn't see any difference than when I was taking Ultra Breast. And to me, they worked slightly different formulas, but they worked just as good as each other. I was still, getting growth, and I didn't find that one was better than the other. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because I was taking both at the same time too sometimes. So I hope that answers your question, at least a little bit more clarity. Please get the panel done. After like 3 times of trying a natural enhancement protocol and balancing on my hormones, I failed. So starting with the test panel was like the most important thing, and it was like the number one thing, along with cleansing and prepping your body for the protocol. Okay.